right now in our home, we have a particular route that we go. And right now there's a detour around that route because there's a little creek and they're building a bridge across it. They had to tear down the old one for whatever reason. And now they're building another one. And you would think it was the Golden Gate Bridge as long as it's taking. But one day we will turn down that road that has the detour on it. And there will be a bridge there. But imagine if I brought my grandchildren and children down to this bridge 30 years later and I showed them the bridge and I said, no one knows how this thing got here. We think it happened by natural means. Over years and years and years of erosion and evolution, this thing came together as a cohesive bridge, and now we use it thanks to evolution. You'd be like, well, that's just ridiculous. That's a dumb thing to even think. But what we do, though, is we look at structures, we look at different things, and we say to ourselves, that was either designed or am I missing something? You're going to go to that little bridge, you're going to be able to say that was designed. Now, if you looked at the Golden Gate Bridge, and you saw the metric tons of the concrete, the metric tons of steel, the physics that was involved in the support of the structure as far as it being a expansive supported beams and kind of a bridge that is held up instead of just going across the San Francisco Bay, you would look at it and go, there was great intelligence behind this design. But what happens in society today, in the modern culture that we live in, we see the expanse of the stars, we see the constellations, we see the galaxies, we can peer into the universe through Hubble telescope and other telescopes. We can see more of the universe than ever before. We can also, because again of microscopes, we can look into the human cell and we can see there are molecular engines within this human cell. There are molecular processes that are happening within the DNA that can only be described as information programming. In fact, Bill Gates, once the Human Genome Project took place, he wrote, Bill Gates, not a believer, but he wrote, the human DNA within the cell is the greatest program ever written. That's an acknowledgement that there is intelligent design. But the world's atheists look at that and they say, well, it must have been evolution. It must have just happened. There was a big explosion and it created, that's crazy. That'd be kind of like me saying, that an atomic bomb hit a junkyard and a Lamborghini just kind of came together over time. That's a silly argument. But that's the argument that nothing exploded, Big Bang, and created everything.